I'm Jack. I've been married to Lena for 10 years. We have 2 kids and a house in the suburbs. People call it the American dream. But dreams can become nightmares. It all started with a text, a late-night message from Mike. Mike, the overweight, arrogant guy from Lena's yoga class. He thinks handstands make him powerful. He smells like failure and cheap cologne. Their texts weren't flirty jokes. They were plans, secret rendezvous, whispers behind closed doors, lies masquerading as love. I could have stormed in, thrown a fit, screamed until my throat bled. But that's not my style. I poured a glass of bourbon, sat down and smiled. Because revenge is a craft, and I'm an artisan of pain. First, I studied Mike, tracked his debts, his fears, his hidden debts. I made anonymous calls, left voicemail threats he couldn't trace. Within days, he was unraveling. His boss got reports. His friends forgot his number. Debt collectors hounded him like vultures. He was broken before I even spoke to Lena. But Mike was a pawn. The real target was Lena. I didn't confront her. Not yet. I donned the mask of the perfect husband. Silent, observed, waited. Then the small sabotage began. A lipstick-stained napkin slipped under her pillow. A voicemail from a wrong number, playing at midnight. The doorbell ringing at 3 a.m. with no one there. Each detail chipped away at her peace. She became nervous, looked over her shoulder, questioned her own reflection. Doubt blossomed in her eyes like poison. I played the fool, feigning ignorance, burying my anger beneath polite words and quiet smiles. Then came the invitation. A cabin in the woods, rustic, isolated, off the grid. No cell service, no witnesses. She packed her bags, hopeful, believing we could fix what was broken. Was the perfect trap. The first night I served dinner. Candles flickered. Shadows danced on wooden walls. I watched her every move. I told her I was seeing a therapist, that I was working through my own issues. She nodded, relief softening her features. She believed the lie. That night, I didn't sleep. I listened to the creak of floorboards, to her soft breathing in the next room, planned my final move. Morning came cold and gray. She woke to hushed voices outside, heavy steps crunching on gravel. Through the window, she saw them. Men and women from Mike's ruined world. Creditors with ledger books, fired co-workers with cold stares, scorned ex-lovers with contempt burning in their eyes. She crept to the door, slid a hand across the lock, but it wouldn't budge. Her heart thundered, her breath caught. She banged on the door, but no one answered. They gathered outside, not to help, to accuse, to condemn. She crouched on the floor, trembling, her perfect wife mask shattered. Tears tracked down her cheeks. I walked in silently, watched her panic in the dim light. No words, no comfort, only the weight of truth. She looked up at me, eyes wide with fear. "Jack, why?" she whispered. I knelt beside her, whispered back, calm as winter. "You wanted secrets? Here's the truth." I pointed to the window, to the faces outside, each one a testament to my reach, to my power. She tried to speak, her voice cracked. She mouthed apologies into the silence, but apologies were dead weight here. They held no value. I stood up, brushing dust from my jeans, walked to the fireplace, stared into the dying embers. The final chapter was unwritten, but I didn't need to write it, because the damage was done. Days later, the text stopped. Mike vanished. Lena's calls went unanswered. Their perfect lives dissolved into ash. I poured myself another bourbon, sat on the porch, watching the sunrise. Finally, I felt something I hadn't in years. quiet satisfaction. Because true revenge is a ghost story. It haunts long after the screams fade, and it never lets you sleep.